if I told you that I was going to destroy habitat that an endangered species relied on for survival, would you say that that harms the endangered species? If you're thinking to yourself, yeah, Kate, destroying habitat seems like it's pretty harmful for the wildlife that live there, that's pretty reasonable. The Trump administration disagrees.
A couple of weeks ago, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service issued a notice of proposed rulemaking to rescind the definition of the word harm within Endangered Species Act regulations. Now, under Section 9 of the Endangered Species Act, it is illegal to take an endangered species. And under Section 3, the word take is defined as to harass, harm, pursue, hunt, shoot, wound, kill, trap, capture, or collect, or to attempt to engage in any such conduct. So it includes a variety of different things, harm just being one of them. Under existing regulations, the definition of the word harm includes habitat modifications. And that interpretation was upheld by the Supreme Court in Babbitt versus Sweet Home Chapter Communities for a Greater Oregon in 1995. Now, under the Trump administration's new proposed rule, habitat modifications are not considered harm. The argument is that the scope of the word harm should only apply to direct harms like shooting or killing an animal. The flaw with that argument, however, is that those direct actions are already covered explicitly by the statute. In fact, the Supreme Court noted that unless harm encompasses indirect as well as direct injuries, the word has no meaning that does not duplicate that of other words that Section 3 uses to define take. In other words, Congress included the word harm separately, which means it needs to stand on its own. And we know that habitat modifications can cause harm to wildlife, like physical, real, concrete harm. This new proposed rule is just one of many ways that this administration is trying to skirt the boundaries of our environmental laws in order to make it easier for development. This is also something that, if finalized, would open up the door to legal challenges. If you want to make your voice heard on this issue, public comments are being accepted through May 19th.